Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about auto, and we're going to talk about the differences between comprehensive and collision, because I get asked this by a lot of my clients and my students that are in my pre-licensing classes, what the true difference is between those. So I'm going to go straight over to the PowerPoint, and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so here we are with a PowerPoint on what is the difference between comprehensive and collision. Again, I'm Tammy Grisso Delora. I have an insurance school called Tammy Delora Insurance Educators. Here's my website at tdinsuranceeducators.com. And I'd love for you to join me on Facebook and LinkedIn. And it's all about your automobile, and that's called a covered auto or any non-owned auto against loss caused by collision or other than collision. Now, in another video, I'm going to talk to you more about non-owned auto. But you know, your covered auto is like the Ford or Toyota or Mercedes, BMW, whatever kind of auto that you have on your policy. So we're talking about what happens to if there's damage on your automobile resulting by collision or other than collision, which is also referred to as comprehensive. Other than collision, comprehensive, they mean the same thing. Now, we'll have clients call up and they'll say, well, I had a laptop or a suitcase stolen out of my car. Is this covered under my collision or other than collision? And the answer to that is no, because that's usually covered in the homeowner policy or in your renter's policy. So these coverages are not going to cover any personal property that you leave in the vehicle. Now, of course, you as the named insured is going to choose one or both of these coverages. There's also a deductible on each one of these coverages, which applies separately. So you may have a $250 deductible on your collision and maybe a zero deductible. A zero is still a deductible on your comprehensive or other than collision, or you may have $100 deductible on your comprehensive. Usually deductibles can go up to like $500, $1,000, that type of thing. Now let's talk about collision. This is the impact of an auto covered by the policy with another object. So maybe you hit a building, or in this picture, you hit a tree, or you hit a vehicle, or the upset of a vehicle. This could be where you're driving down the road and maybe you glance down at your phone, or you get distracted and you lose control of your vehicle and it collides. So that is also considered part of collision. So again, collision is the impact of an auto covered by the policy with another object, vehicle, or the upset of a vehicle. Now, what is other than collision, or what they call comprehensive coverage? Well, this can cover missiles, falling objects, fire, theft, so that your car is stolen. It even covers things that we totally exclude in our property forms like earthquake and flood, but it covers earthquake, it covers windstorms, hail. I've had a lot of clients that have had a lot of hail damage on their car. Water, flood, vandalism, riot, contact with a bird or an animal. So if you hit a deer, this is what comprehensive coverage. It also covers glass. You know how when you're driving down the road and a truck will pass you and maybe a rock will fly off from the truck and hit your windshield. If glass breakage is caused by collision, that's if you have a car accident with another car, for example, then you have the option of treating it as a collision to avoid that double deductible. But if there's just a pebble that hits your windshield, of course, this is going to be your comprehensive. Now, if you run into a tree, like we used on our other slide, that is collision. So if you hit a tree, that is collision. But if a tree falls on your car, let's say that there is a ice storm. I've had clients where the tree fell on the car. That is comprehensive. So again, if you run into the tree, you hit the tree, that's collision. But if the tree falls on the car, that is comprehensive. So those are a lot of perils for your comprehensive. There is a proximate cause. That's a statement that says if like, for example, the insured hits a building and the car catches on fire, the collision coverage is triggered because this is what happened first. So the proximate cause is, did the collision happen first or did the comprehensive happen first? So in this particular example, the insured hit the building, which is collision. So therefore, the collision coverage is what's going to be triggered for this policy. Now, if you are in North Carolina, keep in mind, we've got a lot of great CE webinars coming to you. They're brand new. It doesn't matter what license you have. They're all general credits. They are webinars, which means no camera, no test, and no traveling as well. Also, keep us in mind for any pre-licensing needs like property and casualty. We have personal lines as well, adjusters, life, health, and Medicare supplement. And here is my website, tdinsuranceeducators.com. Okay, so I hope that helps you understand why you need collision and comprehensive on your car and the differences between those, because there really is a lot of difference. Remember, collision is hitting another object, hitting another car. An object could be like hitting a home, hitting a tree, that type of thing. And comprehensive or other than collision, which means the same thing, is fire, theft, vandalism, that hail damage, glass breakage. Those types of perils are what you consider comprehensive. Okay, I'll catch you in the next video.